Ever since the beginning of the Pokemon franchise, we've always pitted Pokemon against other Pokemon, but what if we were to fight the Pokemon? Now, bearing in mind this video will have lots of discussion about beating up Pokemon with your own bare hands, so keep that in mind. And also, I kind of just stole this idea from iDubbbz because I saw that he made one based on food mascots that he could beat in a fight, so I was like, hey, I could do a Pokemon one too. That would be fun. That'd be cool to talk about. And I'm also going to make the assumption that I'm an anime character in this scenario. I'm basically a taller Ash Ketchum with all of the same things that a Pokemon trainer would have access to. If I was gonna go toe-to-toe, if I was gonna rumble, let's get ready with a Pokemon, I'm assuming that anything that could set you on fire, freeze you, or thunder shock you would instantly kill you. So I'm gonna assume that I'm an anime character in which the anime, if you get flamethrowered, you just kind of get singed a little bit and you're mostly okay, like you're pretty burned, but like you could probably survive that. Otherwise, I just get murdered by every single thing on this list. Whoa, hold on there, buddy. Before we get on with the rest of this video, we gotta thank the sponsor. Thank you for feeding my family. That's right, it's Raid Shadow Legends, one of the most ambitious role-playing game projects of 2019. Raid is really comparable with some of the big PC and console titles being released, and you can play it all on your dinky little mobile phone. How cool is that? But Daniel, wouldn't that cost a lot of money? No, shut up. It's free. It's completely free. But Daniel, surely they've got to compromise somewhere. Well, we got a great storyline. We got fantastic graphics. We got the PvP battles. We got a bunch of stuff to collect. Already over 10 million people have downloaded this game in like 6 months. It's a lot. Like I mentioned earlier, you have the ability to customize your champions, choosing different artifacts and creating a unique mastery build for each one of them. No matter how you like to play games, there's something for everyone here. Like, I'm mainly a story kind of person when I play games, so that's my main jam. So I don't know why I play a lot of Pokemon, really. Raid is insanely well reviewed in the App Store too. Over 300,000 reviews. I don't think I've seen that many reviews for a product before, especially a game that's free to play. The new Faction Wars feature is now live, and there's a new rewards program for new players that gives you a daily login reward for the first 90 days that you play the game. So if you go into the video description, you'll get 50,000 free coins, a free epic champion as part of the new player program to get you kicked off. So what are you waiting for? Go do it. But now that we've got that out of the way, let's see. Now, I'm assuming that every single Mega Evolution could probably beat me up. But starting with Bulbasaur, as much as this pains me to say this, I'm pretty sure I could beat up Bulbasaur. Like, it's not very big. I mean, it does have some vine action going on, and I think those vines could probably pick up a human. But honestly, I feel like I could beat up a Bulbasaur, you know, close the gap really quickly before they get a chance to fire off any of those Razor Leaves or Vine Whips and just, you know, punt it. Just kick it really hard. I think that would do the job. So I feel like I could beat up a Bulbasaur. Now, the ups and downs don't really matter here. It's only the lefts and rights that matter here. This is just for space, really, because there's a lot of Pokemon here. Now, Ivysaur, I feel like would become more of an issue. I'd give him like a good shot. I still feel like I could beat up an Ivysaur. When it comes to Venusaur, though, I think Venusaur's got me on this case. Like, I don't see how I don't see any scenario in which I can beat up a Venusaur. Venusaur is super duper strong, very bulky. Tough guy Venusaur is. I think Venusaur's got this. Now, Charmander, again, like, it can set fire to things for sure, which gives it a little bit more of an advantage than I feel like Bulbasaur would have. It's really small. Again, if I can, like, kind of dodge the flames, it's only gonna shoot flames from one direction. If I can, like, dodge the flames a little bit, you know, I could probably, like, get in. It's only gonna take one good hit to knock out a Charmander, I feel like. Now, for a little bit of context here, I am 23 years old. I am 6'2", and I'm about 148 pounds. So keep that in mind. And of course, this is all assumptions that I'm making. I've never actually fought a Pokemon before, as this may come as a surprise to you. So I have no idea if I could win any of these fights. I'm just making an assumption for a little bit of funsies. And I'm also an anime character in this scenario. And anime characters have access to a few tools, like Ash has access to whatever Ash would have access to, I guess. I'm not gonna use weapons though. It's purely going to be fisticuffs. If anything, it would be mostly things to kind of protect myself from the opponent. If I knew I was going into a fight against a Charmander, I'd probably try and, you know, find some kind of heat-resistant clothing or armor to don before the battle begun, you know? But Charmeleon is a bit stronger. I would give Charmeleon a little bit more respect on its name, and I don't think I could beat up Charizard. Now, Charizard actually isn't very big. It's about 4 or 5 foot tall, but still, like, it can fly. It has very big chompers, and it probably has a really, really, really strong fire blast. So And this thing can fly, so it can literally just circle around me and hit me with some fire blasts. I don't really think there's any kind of scenario. I don't have an anti-air cannon. I can't shoot this guy down. I think Charizard's got me, honestly. I'd put him in the same place as Venusaur, to be honest. Now, Squirrel's a little bit harder to beat up because he's got a shell. And if he goes into his shell, there's not really a whole lot I can do about it. But he can only hit with water. Now, water can actually cut through steel if it's at a high enough velocity. But I don't know if Squirrel can really summon up the velocity to cut through steel. So there's a good chance I could grab it by the tail. You know, basically, if I get it before it goes in its shell, I got this. But I'd say that's more of a kind of leaning outside. I think Squirrel's a little bit better in that scenario. Wartortle, again, I think it does a little bit better here. I would say about a little bit ahead of Charmeleon there. Blastoise has got me, man. Blastoise 100% got me. I can't fight a shell. I can't fight a massive tank cannon. Like, that's just straight up not happening. Blastoise would cleave through me with its Hydro Pump within 0.2 of a second. Now, Caterpie, I've got Caterpie. What's Caterpie gonna do? I'm gonna step on that thing. That's easy. Metapod, once again, I got Metapod. What's Metapod gonna do to me? You're serious? Get out of here. Absolutely not. No, come on now. Butterfree can fly, but it is a butterfly. So if I grab one of those butterfly nets, you know, like the bug catchers have, can I kind of like swoop it out the sky? You know, I'm pretty tall. I feel like if we're like on an even playing field and I can like close the distance before the butterfly can fly too high, I get them with the net. You know, I've kind of won in that situation. You know, I as soon as I get them in the net, that's GG. That's game right there. That is 100% game. So I feel like I could take a Butterfree, but of course there are like the situations in which it does get out of reach and then it hits me with like a sleep powder. Like if I get hit with the sleep powder, that's game for me. I can't really do much about that situation, and it can fly. So I'd say it's a little bit in my favor, but it's more like a 50-50 situation, you know? Now, Weedle may seem like an easy one to take down, but if it hits you with a Poison Sting, you're going down for the count. So I'd say, honestly, in most situations, I'd probably say I got Weedle, but if it hits me with a Poison Sting, I don't know, it could be different. Kakuna can actually use Poison Sting too, so I'd probably put it on the same reach, but Kakuna can't really move. So all you gotta do is dodge a Poison Sting or two, get in there, and then just like kick it a little bit, and you've won. Now Beedrill would get me. I feel like Beedrill would get me like 9 times out of 10, to be honest. Beedrill, it's a giant bee. It's got giant stingers. It flies really quickly. I'm terrified of bees and wasps to begin with, so a Beedrill, I don't want to deal with that situation. That thing's got me 100% of the time. Pidgey? Nah, man, I got Pidgey. What's Pidgey gonna do? It's a stupid bird. Seriously? That thing tries to peck me. It's gonna grab it. If I can grab this bird, it's over. Dude, I feel like I got this the majority of the time. Pidgeotto, it's a little bit bigger of a bird. And it's a little bit stronger. It does have like nice big claws. But honestly, I feel like I could take that one too. It'll be harder, definitely. It would definitely be harder. Maybe more of a 50-50 situation. Actually, I feel like it'll be less, more like a 30-70 situation, which I've got that. Now, Pidgeot, as far as I can remember, Pidgeot is actually bigger than Ash, which makes it bigger than a 10-year-old, which makes it actually really hard to kill. Or beat in a fight, sorry, we can't say kill, that might get me demonetized. Because it's gonna have like big beak, it's gonna really go for the claws, like it probably like uses whirlwind and stuff like that. I don't know if I can beat a Pidgeot. I'd say that Pidgeot probably gets me like 7-8 times out of 10. Pidgeot probably gets me. Now, Mega Evolutions, I assume that every Mega Evolution can beat me up, because every evolution probably could beat me up. Rattata, that's literally a rat. I feel like I could beat up a rat. I don't feel like that is like any case, any worry whatsoever. And then we got Raticate. Apparently Raticate's only like 2 foot tall, so I feel like I got Raticate. Like he could get in. Definitely Raticate could give me like a good bite on the leg and maybe like give me rabies. But rabies isn't gonna immediately stop me from kicking it right in the face. So I feel like I got Raticate too, honestly. But I don't think it can take me down before I could take it down, you know? Get like a good grab on the tail, like you're good, man, you're good. All right, Spearow, I'd say Spearow is a little bit more violent than Pidgey. But honestly, if Ash can take hits from Spearows and be like generally, like if Ash can take hits from like 10 Spearow and be like pretty okay the day after, I could probably take Spearow too. I could probably take Spearow. Now, Fearow, this thing has a big beak. I don't know if I can beat this thing up. I feel like I'd have a really rough time. In fact, let me have a look and let me just quickly see how big is a Fearow. Fearow, how big is Fearow? I'm kind of curious here. It's 1 meter long. That's actually not as big as I expected it to be. I expected it to be bigger, so it's a little bit smaller than I expected. I feel like I could take this thing. but it has a really long beak. So if it gets you in the eyes, I don't know. Maybe I should be wearing goggles when I fight this thing. You know, get a little bit better prepared, put some goggles on, put some kind of like face mask on so it doesn't get the eyes. If you can protect the eyes, I feel like you're good against a Fearow, honestly. Now, Ekans is a snake and snakes scare me. But really, I feel like I could beat a snake in a fight. Like, it would definitely probably bite me and that would screw me and then like that'd be it. But like in a straight up 1v1 who wins at the end, I feel like I win at the end. Wait, how long is an Ekans actually? Let me see this. Because Ekans is 2 meters long. Yeah, maybe not. Ekans might be able to get me, but you don't really see any fangs here, to be honest. I'd say it's more like a 50-50 situation. If I can get if I can get a good kick on the head or like stamp on it a bit, then I'd be good. But then otherwise, then Ekans has got me, you know? I feel like Arbok probably takes me. Arbok wraps itself around me and just like constricts. And I think that's game, honestly. I don't see many situations where I win against an Arbok. I think Arbok probably get me there. Yeah, I think Arbok probably gets me there. All right, and then we have Pikachu. Now, Pikachu, if you remember in the first episode of the anime, Ash wore these gloves and like tied a washing line around Pikachu, and he wore gloves to make sure that you wouldn't get zapped. So if I just get like some gloves, and then if I can catch it, like get my hands around it, it's not gonna be able to do anything to me. What's it gonna thunder shock me on my gloves? Man, I'm protected. I'm insulated from the electricity. Like once I've got it in the hands, like you should be good, honestly. You should be good. You can neutralize that thunder capability, neutralize the dartiness around, but at the same time, it can be very darty aroundy. I feel like it would be really hard to get your hands on. So there's definitely a good chance that it could just like stay out of reach and just zap me and I'm done, you know? Eventually I'm gonna be done. No matter, even if I'm an anime character with increased durability, like I'm still gonna be done eventually. The same thing, I feel like Raichu have a much easier time of it, but at the same time, Raichu has a longer tail that looks easier to grab. So if I grab a hold of that longer tail, I feel like I could pick it up and you just kind of like swing it around by the tail. Like, I feel like I could, so maybe I'd actually put it on the same level as Pikachu. I don't think that the increased electric strength is going to give it the advantage because it has more of a weakness in its tail. That tail is a big weakness for it. Now, Sandshrew. Sandshrew, it would actually be a tough one because there's a very tough exterior, but it has a weak underbelly, but it also can curl into a ball. So this fight really comes down to whether I can beat it up, getting to the underbelly. If it does like roll out over and over again, maybe not. But I feel like it's small enough to where I could potentially get it. It could hit me really hard though. It could definitely break some bones, but in the end, I feel like I might win that. And then we have Sandshrew here. Sorry, Sandslash. That would definitely have a much easier time. Like, honestly, frills on the back of things like hedgehogs, they freak me out. So I would be very hesitant about like using my hands or anything like that. Even using my feet. Because those frills at the back, they could probably penetrate your shoes and like stab you in the feet. So I feel like Sandslash has got this the majority of the time. Unless I can get like a good hit on the underbelly part, the nice weak underbelly. And it's got those claws too. Like, man, I don't know about that one. I think it would take me, honestly. Nidoran female, I could probably take a Nidoran female. Nidorina, again, I could probably take a Nidorina. It'd be fine. Nidoqueen, now how big is Nidoqueen? Just out of curiosity, Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen gets access to a lot of moves, which is an issue. It's only 1 meter tall. So really, it's not that tall. And feet, that's 4 foot. But it does have like a very tough exterior. So maybe it would take me. I'm trying to think like how much physical strength the Nidoqueen would really have. I think that, I don't know. I'm gonna have to be relying on like kicks and stuff like that. Maybe if I have like, no, I feel like it gets me. I feel like it gets me a lot of the time, which I also feel like I could take the Nidorans and Nidorinos. Nidorino might be a little bit tougher than Nidorina, so I'm gonna put you over there. And Nidoking, I think Nidoking's got me too. I would put Nidoking around the same area because it has like a tough exterior. It's pretty tall. It gets access to a lot of moves. It can like flamethrower, I can ice beam, it can thunderbolt, earth power. Like there's a bunch of things that it could do. I feel like it gets me. Honestly, Clefable, I think that just takes like 1 punch. I think you can 1 punch a Clefable. But at the same time, like it can buff itself, it can moonblast and stuff. It's got a lot of ranged capability for sure. So I'm probably gonna put you like right around here. Then Clefable becomes a little bit tougher. Like it's a lot stronger. So I feel like Clefable probably wins in that situation, honestly. Now, a Vulpix, as much as I would hate to have to attack a Vulpix, if I've got anime durability, if I can take like the basic flamethrower and kind of like, if I can like really push through that, you know, if life was on the line, you use that adrenaline to push through that basic flamethrower that you get hit with because you're an anime character, and apparently anime characters can do that. I feel like I can take a Vulpix. But Vulpix can also be very strong too. And then we got Ninetales. Ninetales is a lot stronger. I don't know if I could, that becomes a lot more difficult, especially with the moves that Ninetales has access to. I think it can Hypnosis, although I'm not entirely sure. I think it can Hypnosis. Jigglypuff, if it starts singing, that's GG, right? Like, if it starts singing, it can basically do whatever it wants to me. So I feel like, honestly, Jigglypuff, I rate Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff could probably get me super duper easy. And Wigglytuff too, honestly. Like, if it gets that sing off, man, it's got me. But I mean, if it doesn't though, because Sing has a 55% hit rate, apparently. Like, okay, 55% hit rate, 55% of the time it wins. There you go. That's how we rate this. Zubat. Now, I've never seen a bat in real life, but I feel like if I did see a bat in real life, I'd probably be really freaked out. Especially a bat that's actively trying to kill me. But this is like a Zubat. It doesn't have a whole lot of body going on with it. So I don't feel like it's very durable at all. Honestly, I feel like I could take it like most of the time. It might confuse me, but I feel like I could take it. This massive mouth would super duper freak me out. Like, I'd be hesitant to attack something with a mouth as big as that. So I feel like, honestly, like 6-7 times out of 10, Golbat might get me. It just takes one good bite on the neck from this Golbat to like rip my throat out. So hey, you know, you got that. Now Oddish. Oddish does have more base attack than Onix. I don't really know how that works, but it's a weed, and I've gardened before, and I've mown the lawn, so I feel like I got Oddish, honestly. Gloom, I feel like I got Gloom too. It's a little bit more powerful, but honestly, I think I could take it. Vileplume becomes a much harder situation. Like, I feel like Vileplume is a lot more durable, so it's gonna take a few hits. If during those few hits, like, Vileplume, like, Giga Drains me, like, I mean, boy, I'm pretty done, right? I guess there's not much I can do about that situation. Patterrz, as long as I have, like, if I got, like, a lighter, like, even, like, a cigarette lighter, like, just, not like a proper, like, flamethrower, just, like, a cigarette lighter, and just kind of, like, hovered it near it, it would probably burn and die immediately, so I think I got Patterrz. And Parasect is basically just a mushroom, and I really like eating mushrooms, so I could probably eat the Parasect, so I think I got Parasect, too. I think I got Parasect. Now, Venonat, this thing is just a small, fluffy creature. I don't see how this thing can possibly beat me in a fight. I mean, if you think he could, then great, but I don't know how this could possibly beat me in a fight. Venomoth becomes a bigger issue. It's the same thing with that Barfree, but I feel like Venomoth has a lot more attacking power, so I feel like Venomoth gets me a few more times out of 10 than the Barfree does. You know, if it hits me with that sleep powder, which actually doesn't happen because Venomoth is unable and totally incapable of hitting a sleep powder. As I'm sure you all know, if you've been around this channel a lot, Venomoth cannot possibly hit sleep powders. So that kind of brings it down a bit. So I'd say it's more of a 50-50 shot with Venomoth, honestly. And then we have Diglett. Fighting Diglett is basically like playing Whack-A-Mole. And I used to play that quite a bit, so I feel like I could take Diglett. And then Dugtrio is like playing like a slightly harder version of Whack-A-Mole. And I used to be really good at Whack-A-Mole. So I feel like I got Dugtrio too, most of the time. But then again, if Dugtrio, like, goes underground, you know, pops up, you know, gets me off balance, I fall and then land on my neck all weird, like, that could be an issue. Definitely could. I see maybe it's a 50-50 shot with that. And then we have Meowth. Now, Meowth's a cat. And I don't want to attack a cat, but cats have claws. And claws are really sharp. Honestly, I think, and Meowth and cats in general don't care about you. They don't care about your well-being. They don't care how much you hurt. They will just go until you are done. And they will play with you, right? But it is small. So I feel like maybe in that situation, I would have a decent shot. I would have a decent shot there. Now, Persian is a much bigger cat. And again, cats are ruthless. Like, they will go until you are done. And they will go some more. So in that situation, I feel like Persian honestly gets me. I mean, it can learn like Hypnosis and Power Gem. And it has like massive claws, big mouth. I could probably like maybe wrestle it to the ground. But like if it gets those claws on me, it's gonna be a tough one to win that one for sure, definitely. Psyduck's just a dumb duck. Now, there is a situation in which Psyduck uses its Mega Mind Explosion and obliterates me instantly, and I turn into giblets. But apart from that, like, I feel like I beat it like 9 times out of 10. Like, the one time where it uses its Mega Mind Explosion, that's like an RNG chance, right? I mean, Pokemon's basically RNG from the beginning anyway. That's an RNG chance. Now, Golduck doesn't have like such a Mega Mind Explosion, but it is pretty strong, but it's still a duck. And I've never fought a duck before, not that I would want to, but I heard that feeding ducks bread is actually bad. So I'd give him like a big loaf, and if that doesn't work, then maybe he'd beat me with like some like water and psychic type combination. But if he eats the big loaf of bread, then he's done. At least I assume that it's like that. Mankey is a monkey. I feel like I could probably take a monkey in a fight, honestly. I feel like that'd be okay. But Primeape is a really, really angry monkey that's been to the gym a lot more. So I feel like Primeape gets me a lot more of the time. If I feel like Primeape has a really good shot against me. I don't know if I could beat up a Primeape at all. And then we have Growlithe. Now, out of principle, I would never attack a Growlithe, so it would definitely beat me up because I would never attack it, and so would Arcanine. I would never attack Arcanine. I just couldn't do it. It would totally be against, like, what, you know, everything I stand for in life. Now, Poliwag, I could definitely step on a Poliwag. I don't think that this thing can beat me, unless it's, like, Hypnosis. I'd rate it a bit with Hypnosis, but, like, with Poliwhirl, too, it's probably, like, it's got a much better shot. Poliwrath is a Poliwhirl that's really been hitting the gym, so once again, and it has the buff from the Hypnosis, so I put it a little bit further ahead of Primeape. I feel like Poliwrath could definitely beat me up. Definitely beat me up. Now, Abra is a hard one to get, but I'm a pretty sneaky guy. So I feel like if I could like sneak up behind an Abra in a situation, you know, it's always asleep, it's always teleporting, it teleports itself out of danger. But like, I'm thinking about a situation where I have like a lasso, and I'm like hiding in the bushes, and it's there, and I don't make a sound. Hit it with the lasso. I've never used the lasso before, so I probably wouldn't be able to do it. But eventually I'm gonna catch up to it, or it's gonna wear me down. Actually, it could probably wear me down. Abra would probably beat me up, but if I get the lasso around it, like, it could just teleport out of the lasso, actually. Yeah, I'd have to get, like, a good punch on it. That would be really hard. I feel like I could do it eventually, but it might wear me down before I could do it. It might exhaust me before I could do that. Now, Kadabra, I 100% think that Kadabra could beat me up, as well as Alakazam. Like, I have no doubts whatsoever that an Alakazam could definitely beat me up. And this entire evolution line, I don't even think we need to talk about this entire evolution line. Like, if you go to the Pokedex description from a Chop, let's just have a read of the Pokedex description from a Chop very quickly. Right now. The Pokedex description is... Wait. Okay, Machop here is its whole body is composed of muscles. Even though it's the size of a human child, it can hurl 100 grown-ups. Now, I know the Pokedex descriptions are pretty over-exaggerated, but even if they over-exaggerated by 100 times, it can still hurl a grown-up. And if I'm getting hurled, I'm probably not winning that fight. If I'm in any situation where something can just hurl me, I'm not gonna win that fight, am I? So even if it's over-exaggerated by 100 times, he's still got me. And Machoke and Machamp, they just get stronger. I can't take those. I can't take those at all. What do you mean? Now, Bellsprout, it's a Bellsprout. It's a weed. I've done gardening before. Weepinbell is a Bellsprout that can't move very quickly, so I feel like I could probably take Weepinbell. Now, Victreebel might actually eat me whole. That'd be a rough situation. If I get dissolved in the inside of a Victreebel, I'm gonna be really upset. But I feel like Victreebel probably gets me a lot more of the time. I don't know, if I can like kind of dodge its mouth, but then again, if it hits me with like a sleep powder or something, I'm going down to that. Now, Tentacool, I mean, this thing's fine. It's a little squid thing, and I've eaten squid before, so I don't know if that gives me an advantage, but I feel like it does, so I could probably beat up Tentacool. But when you come to Tentacruel, especially like the giant Godzilla version, I mean, we're not gonna go off the Godzilla version, we're gonna go off the normal version. This thing has so many tentacles, it's gotta have me, man. It's gotta have me. Like, as soon as one of those tentacles gets around my neck or something like that, or even its giant beak comes within close range, I'm done. I can't do anything about that. I feel like Tentacruel would definitely beat me up. 100% Tentacruel would beat me up. Geodude is a massive rock. Now, I feel like a general Pokemon trainer would have access to... Wait, hold on. I wanted the normal Geodude. I wanted the normal Geodude. Oh, all right, whatever. I'll just assume that this is the normal Geodude, okay? I'm not really... I'm not checking Alolands because that would take forever. But a normal trainer would have access to, like, Super Soakers and stuff like that. So if I can get a Water Gun, then I could probably beat up a Geodude, like, the majority of the time. It might be able to get, like, a good punch on my legs, and then honestly, it could probably snap my legs. But if I can, like, Super Soak it, I'd probably be good. Now, Graveler becomes a lot harder of a situation. Because, yeah, I have the Super Soaker, but it's also a giant rock barreling towards me. So it really depends how good of how high quality of a Super Soaker I really have and how much water I have at my disposal. Now, Golem, I think Golem's got me in this situation. Like, I mean, I have the Super Soaker equipped, but Golem just got me. I don't see how I can beat that. And Ponyta, now Ponies have really hard kicks. And also, this thing is fire. So I don't think I could beat a normal pony in a fight. So I think Ponyta's got me. And Rapidash is just a bigger version with more fire and a horn on its head. So that thing is 100% beating me up. That thing is 12 million% beating me up. Slowpoke, I could probably take a Slowpoke, honestly. But a slow bro, that'd be a lot harder because I feel like if you punch this thing in the face, it wouldn't even notice. Like you'd hit it and it's kind of one of those situations where it just like doesn't even register that it's been hit for like the next 15 minutes. And it just uses some kind of like psychic shenanigans on me and blows my mind or whatever. So I feel like slow bro's got me. I don't see a situation in which I can be a slow bro. All right, now a magnemite. Magnets, I don't know how they work. Yeah, I mean, if I punch a steel type, like, that's gonna hurt my hands, man. Yeah, I don't think I could be a Magnemite. Nah, I think Magnemite's probably got me. And if Magnemite's got me, the Magneton's also got me, too. And after that, we have Farfetch. I could take a Farfetch. It's just another duck. It's just a dumb duck. Like, I'd steal its leak and then kick it a little bit. Like, that'd be, yeah, I feel like I could take a Farfetch. Surfetch would be a whole other example, but we're not talking about Surfetch today. Let's see. Next, we got Doduo. I think I could take Doduo. The two heads, I don't think that would be an issue. Like, it's pretty hard. It's pretty fast, so it might be hard to catch, but I feel like if you can get, like, kind of ring it around the neck a little bit, you got this. Dodrio would be a lot harder because as you're trying to, like, control the two of the heads, like, that's already got two hands. But then the third head comes in and like pecks you in the eyes or something, or like really gets you. I feel like that'd peck really hard. So I think Dodrio would probably have me. Also, it's big enough to where a 10-year-old can ride on it. So I think the Dodrio has definitely got me, honestly. And then a seal. Okay. Now, I could feel like I could beat up a seal, but I would feel really, really, really terrible about it. So I would be like less inclined to try hard in this situation. And a Dugong too. Honestly, I feel like a Dugong probably gets me in more situations, but just look at this thing. I would feel so bad about attacking it. I really would. I would feel so bad. But hey, we're in that situation. Grimer is just sludge. I don't know how you beat up sludge. I feel like Grimer's probably got me. I have no idea how you beat up sludge. This is a shell. I'm starting to get more into seafood, so I'd love to cook up a shelder and see how that tastes. I could probably beat up a shelder. Cloyster becomes more of an issue, but I don't think Cloyster's too big. And if you kind of like grab it by the shell and like kind of tear it backwards, you'd probably be able to snap it. I feel like I could probably... Actually, wait, hold on. I feel like I could probably beat up a Cloyster most of the time, but it becomes more of an issue. I don't know why I put Shelter there. That was a mistake by me. I don't believe in ghosts, so I think that gives me an advantage against Ghastly, because I'll just tell it I don't believe in it, which means that it can't hurt me. So I feel like I could beat up a Ghastly. Then again, how am I gonna touch it? Or I could hire some kind of like psychic medium to do that job for me. If I could like hire like Mob Psycho 100 main character mob, maybe like I could win that way, or I could just say that I don't believe in ghosts and then it can't hurt me. But then that would make it stalemate because I couldn't hurt it either. And I almost want to say it's the same for like Haunter and Gengar, but really like Gengar is really powerful. So I feel like Gengar probably gets me. Honestly, I don't think this is a situation where I can beat a Gengar. Now Onix, you may be thinking, oh, but Onix it has the base attack of an Oddish. Surely you can beat this. Well, no, it's a giant rock snake. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to beat a giant rock snake in a battle. What am I going to do? I have my Super Soaker equipped. What's a bloody Super Soaker going to do against an Onix? Come on, man. Think. All right. And we have Drowsy. Drowsy just seems like one of those really, really weird people that hang around like children's playgrounds. I feel like I could beat up one of those really, 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 really weird people that try to kidnap kids most of the time. So I feel like I could beat up a Drowsy. But then if Hypno hits you with like the hypnosis, I don't know, it's kind of over, man. I feel like Hypno gets me more of the times. It's really creepy though, so maybe like my willpower to like push through and save the children would overpower the hypnosis, who knows? And then I could like, you know, clock it in the mouth. Does Hypno even have a mouth? It doesn't even look like it has a mouth. Oh well, whatever. I feel like Hypno probably gets me if he gets me with the hypnosis, but who knows? And there are still a lot of Pokemon left. Wow, there are still a lot of Pokemon left, so I'm gonna leave it right off here as the Pokemon I could beat up because there are still like so many left. If you guys want to, then we can come back to this and finish off the Generation 1 list. But thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this, please do make sure to follow me on Twitch and Twitter and Instagram. Of course, we started streaming on Snakewood series. That was great. You should go and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Please do follow me on Twitter and Instagram. If you would like to join the Pokemon Sword and Shield giveaway, then join the Sub Noodle Discord, which you can join if you're a YouTube member or a Twitch subscriber. Make sure you get yourself in there to participate in the Sword and Shield giveaway. We also have a discount code for merchandise if you're in the Sub Discord, and all the other benefits of being a sub or a member on YouTube. If you're a sub on Twitch, member on YouTube, you get the same benefits. Do consider becoming a member today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much to our Twitch subs and YouTube members of the day. Remember, if you are a YouTube member or a Twitch subscriber, that both gives you access to the sub Discord, and I appreciate you supporting the channel. Thank you so much, guys.